I hope you find this video helpful for your adventures of removing a transmission out of a medium-duty Hino Ranger like mine. I suppose it is the same for a light and heavy duty too. I have watched a plethora of Pakistani videos like these, where these guys just crawl around in the dirt, pop these out day in, day out, roll them around, rebuild them on the ground, with all the sand and dirt and contaminants all around, to hype myself up to doing this myself. Does this make me an honorary Pakistani heavy diesel mechanic now? Let me know in the comments below if you think so too. Since I tallied up an oil catastrophe to the list of my carrier truck of environmental hazards, let's work on a Hino Ranger FB's 5-speed manual transmission access and removal.
What did you do?
We put 6 16 by 16 pavers into the leaf. Well, I got one side on and I goofed and I broke this one. The truck did one of those karate chops and completely cracked this because there's a divot where the wheel was and it just kind of right through it. All right, hoping this won't break this time. Questionable. All right, both sides are on bricks. It's only natural progression that I show you guys that I'm not stupid and I can learn from my mistakes. Take the fill plug out, even though in this case it's not really relevant because I'm dropping the whole thing, but just out of habit I'm doing it. Oh no, I wasn't videoing, but I heard chunks fall out. Like maybe 4 chunks. Oh, I see a chunk right there. Oh, is that the drain bolt? That might be the drain bolt. Getting excited here. Look at this, like, I mean, I did add that liquid moly additive that kind of looks like this color, so I'm not too disturbed by the color. There's definitely metal glitter in here. See if there's any chunks. Yeah, there's little pieces. Come on. That's no good.
Let's take a quick look into my transmission with my Borescope camera. I am shoving it in here. We can see that this is the PTO gears. I'm not really sure how to turn this and it's a little difficult. Sorry. We'll get a better look at this when we crack the tranny open. Look at all these little shiny glitter pieces everywhere. Over here, this gear is missing a whole bunch of teeth. See, it's rounded now. It's not toothy like it is on the bottom here. That's probably one of the chunks I picked up and I showed you. Everything else is just ground up and gone. I don't know. And over here, there's all this goo and like gunk jammed into this gear. I mean, maybe this is first gear and that's why I can't get into it, because the gear can't go into it. I don't know. That doesn't look good, man. I'm not sure what I'm looking at over here. I angled the camera somewhere else. There looks like there's some scuffs or chips on that tooth right there, but hard to see. I think this folds one way or another. It's been a while. I forget how this works. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's fold this sucker in. The reason I'm trying to fold it is trying to get clearance here to actually open my cab. I want to fold the cab forward. Now that's not in the way, I can do it. Why is it so heavy? Oh my God. Oh, it's so heavy because I'm on an incline. I forgot. It's leaned back. I need extra force to lean it forward. I need to get some help. Now that the cab is up, theoretically it's easier for me to get to those bolts. I mean, because I can come at it from this way and I don't have the cab in my way. Let's get underneath and take a look at what I need to disconnect. What is this? Is this the clutch actuator? That might be the clutch actuator right there. Gotta remove that. This is the PTO actuator cable. I also need to replace this boot or something because this is ripped. This needs to come off. Probably just disconnect. There's a cotter pin up here, I think. I need to remove the PTO system, this thing. This drives all the hydraulics, and then that gets removed, and then I should see the internals of the tranny through there. I will also need to remove the parking brake, the drive shaft or parking brake. I'm not sure. I think the drive shaft has to come off first. I'll let that dangle or something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
And then I gotta remove this drum. This is how the parking brake works. It just locks the drive line and then this can't spin. I've got a bunch of wheel chocks on each wheel there. You can't see the ones on the left, but this way it won't roll away on us. Oh, look at these nice holes in my exhaust. We'll take care of that soon. On the top side here, I'm gonna remove the access plate. Got all these little wire connections to disconnect. Gotta disconnect the shift cables. And then we should be ready to remove the tranny. These joints are a little worn out and they will spin in the ball socket. I'm gonna see if I can get new ones, but you're gonna have to apply some pressure, downward pressure on this so you can turn this without turning the stud. Here we go. I've never removed anything like this before. Don't even know what half these things are. I can kind of guess what they are, but I disconnected the shifter cables already. Disconnected the wiring. Oh, I gotta take this harness off. Gotta get that nut off. And then I think I'm good up here. What is this thing? I just took the 2 bolts off. The whole thing is loose. And I noticed that this is another mounting point, but it looks like it's broken. Doesn't that look like it's snapped off? Huh. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. It's not a clutch cable. It's like a plunger. So you step on this, it pushes that arm forward. That's what this thing actuates. It makes the clutch go in and out. Ah. I wonder if that caused my premature transmission failure. If that wasn't pushing the clutch properly, I don't know. A little strap or something to hold this up here. I want to disconnect the PTO pump. This lever actually actuates pretty smoothly. So I should be able to get this cotter pin out. These 2 are 12 mils, take that out. I'm gonna drain this hydraulic fluid. Seems like the right thing to do. Yeah, right now. Just gotta drain this fluid. This is also a good time to replace all my hoses. You can see that this one's cracked. My other hydraulic lines, this one looks okay, but I'm gonna replace everything because that's why everything is leaking over there. I got that drained out. Got this hydraulic line loosened. Hopefully it doesn't gush everywhere because that's just what this stuff does, right? There we go. With this out of the way, now to disconnect the drive shaft, there are 4 17mm nuts around. I got all the nuts off the drive shaft, but I can't move it back. I have to drop this carrier bearing a little further back, and I think I will give you enough wiggle room to get that out. There's a 14mm nut at the top and a 14mm bolt on the bottom. There's 4 of these things. Crumbs falling in my face. I still don't have enough give. I need to remove both carrier bearings, I think. Both carrier bearings are just hanging out here. There are these drive shaft loops kind of holding on to everything. That was a struggle. I got it off. I'm gonna mark the drive shaft and the drum just to make sure I get it on the same way. I don't know if it'll matter, but that way I won't have to worry about it. This is how I'm gonna remember it. The red on the drum was down, and then this was along with this part. I also took the hoop off, completely moved the drive shaft out of the way. You can see here, it's just resting on the crossbar. Over here, I think I need to take that center. Is this supposed to be loose? See how that moves? I mean, yeah, it's staked in, but this is just finger tight. No, it's not even finger tight. Something's wrong with my truck. I don't know what is wrong with it, but if I go into 5th gear, it makes the most like nasty racket. So I have to stay in 4th gear, and I can only go about 85 kilometers per hour. See how the truck sounds okay? I can like slow down, accelerate, coast. I'm accelerating right now. I'll clutch in, it's fine. I'll go to 5th, it's fine. I don't accelerate, it's fine. I accelerate, it makes the nastiest sound. I can make a little acceleration, or real loud. So I probably shouldn't be doing that. I have no idea what's going on. Took this out. Huh. can't really see it in there, but inside there's a little star wheel. You can turn it with a flathead screwdriver one way or the other. You're supposed to loosen that, and theoretically the pad's supposed to come out, and this whole drum's supposed to come out. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Whew. Standard parking brake fixed up top. This is the adjuster thing I was spinning with the screwdriver. I had to spin it towards me this way to loosen it. It retracted the shoes. 14 mil socket to take these out. There's some sort of a red thread goop on these. Kind of caked on now. Oh, look at that. Now the whole drum comes off. With that removed, this now comes down. Kind of gonna have to dangle it. Should be all right. I'm actually gonna rest it on the exhaust. Yeah. I'm gonna put these bolts back so I don't lose them, and I know exactly where they go. Now go to the top and remove the remaining bolts. There we go, there's some support. I gotta take the rear mount off, and then the whole tranny should come out. For simplicity, I'm gonna remove the 4 bolts on each side here, because I'm not familiar with how this tranny mount works. It looks like it's just 2 bolts, but there might be another bolt on this thing. So, yeah, let's do that. You gotta make sure the transmission is supported, because this is the last thing that's holding on to it. You don't want to drop this thing on your face. I should be able to move this transmission backwards. There's a gap between the transmission and the bell housing. Maybe I'm just not strong enough to pull it. Or it's too high. Yeah, that's not attached. Okay. This should lower it a little bit. Ah, here we go. I like how that looked. Tighten that a click or two. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, it's coming out. Should probably really have somebody else here just in case something happens. At least they can help me. But this is what I've got. Ooh. Yeah. That is separated. I think the clutch actuator is in the way. I now have a new problem. Oh no. The truck isn't high enough for me to roll this out of here. Okay, that hits the fuel tank, and this part doesn't open. The side panel does open. How am I supposed to do this? All right, this might be it. Oh. Rotate this out. Yeah. Come on. Out you go. The transmission is out. And now I gently have to lower this back down. Yeah. Awesome. What do you think, guys? Now that I've done it, albeit with better tools and location, am I an honorary Pakistani yet? The transmission is out. Subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for when I get to cracking this open with my buddy Fee over at Bob's Automotive Service in Quincy, Mass. to see the carnage up close and personal. The promo he offers is still available. You declare that you are a pineapple by saying, "I am a pineapple," for 10% off your entire labor bill for any services done at his shop. The shop is located at 52 Hilda Street, Quincy, Massachusetts. The phone number is 617-773-1416. He is willing to work on all makes and models, and including JDM import stuff.